Okay guys, I wanted to give you a little bit of information and background on this video. So I've been going back and forth between the Chrome Soft and the ProV1 all year, and I wanted to compare the two, and I felt like the best way to do that was to do a scramble where we got to see the same shot with each ball. We got to see a true comparison of one versus the other. So that's what I did. Unfortunately, it has been raining here like every day for the last 7 weeks. And we get random days here and there. There's been 4 or 5 days in the last 7 weeks where you could actually squeeze in a round of golf, and it's been very wet. And I actually shot this video on 3 separate occasions. The first time I got rained out after 5 holes. The second time I made it 14 holes before I got rained out. And the third time I only played 9 holes on a very busy day at the course just to get the video finished up. And so I had all this footage from those 3 rounds, and what I decided to do was to take the best comparison hole from whichever round and put it into the video. If you like my channel, please consider subscribing. Please leave me a comment down below and tell me if you like these types of videos. Let's get to it.
I wanted this challenge to be as fair as possible, so one of the things I did is I alternated which ball went first. I tried my best to make sure that I alternated which ball was hit first off the tee, then which ball was hit first out of the fairway, and chips, putts, so on and so on. I actually started this round on the back 9, and so on this hole I'm hitting the Chrome Soft first off the tee. So the Chrome Soft ended up carrying 1 yard further than the ProV1, and we have 129 yards to the hole, and I'm hitting a 9-iron. I end up hitting an amazing shot with the ProV1 that's only about 6 inches from the hole, and the Chrome Soft was only about maybe a foot further, but it was 9 or 10 feet to the right. So I mean, that's not the ball's fault. That's my swing. 537 yard par 5, dogleg left, but you can hit a 350 yard drive down the middle of this fairway if you wanted to. And so finally hitting driver. Let's see how it goes. So the ProV1 landed right here in this rough, kind of behind this tree. And the Chrome Soft landed right here, just a little further left, probably even a better strike, and I would say 22 yards short. So I'm just going to try to lay up to about 135 with a 8-iron. Out of this thick rough, I don't want to go for it. I've got 217 to the green, and in this rough, I probably have no chance at making it. The ProV1 ended up being right down the middle of the fairway, and the Chrome Soft ended up being about 20 yards left of where the ProV1 was, and it was right at about the same distance. So the ProV1 carried 9 yards further than the Chrome Soft. So the Chrome Soft shot went really high and landed at about 8 feet. I had this for birdie and then rolled a couple of feet right, which was a gimme. The ProV1 shot on this putt, it lips out, rolls down the backside of the hill, and has a little work left for par. We have come to our first par 3. It's 187 yards, toughest par 3 on the course, and this pin placement all the way on the left side of the green is probably the toughest pin placement they have for this hole. Uh, I feel like it was into the wind, so I hit a 3 hybrid.
So I had too much club with both of these balls. Chrome Soft is maybe 10 yards, 10 yards over the green, and then we'll go ahead and check the ProV1. ProV is was on a much better line than the Chrome Soft. I'd say ProV is about the same, so it went the same distance. I just needed maybe like a 4-iron instead of a 3 hybrid.
I didn't carry the Chrome Soft as far as I did the ProV1, but it also didn't get as much rollout as the ProV1. So Chrome Soft 10-12 feet, ProV1 3 feet on this one. Par 5, 554 yards. There's a bunker on the right hand side of the fairway that's from about 220 to 240 yards. Other than that, there's not really any obstacles. Slight dog leg left.
The Chrome Soft landed in the right rough over here behind these pampas grass bushes, and as you can see, the ProV1 also went right, maybe 15 yards, 12-15 yards closer to the pin.
With over 250 yards left to the pin, I decided just to hit a 4-iron punch and just try to punch it around this tree. I wanted to play this round with both of these balls the way I would normally play a round, so I wasn't super aggressive in going for everything. I played it the way I normally play my game. This first punch shot lands right in that tree because a tee shot landed right behind me as I was in my backswing. Second one was great. With 110 yards left to the pin, I'm hitting a pitching wedge. Both balls had pretty good strikes. The Pro V1 is just about pin high, just right of the green, and the Chrome Soft once again went really high in the air and then landed a good 10 yards short of the green for a total of about 15 to 18 yards short of the pin.
Little 141 yard par 3, bunker on the right. Not much wind. Let's see how we do.
The Pro V1 carried about 3 yards further than the Chrome Soft and was a little left of the green. The Chrome Soft was right on line with the pin, but was short. If it would have had those extra 3 yards, I would have been on the green instead of chipping. The Chrome Soft landed soft and didn't roll out. The Pro V1 landed in almost the same spot, rolled out to within a foot of the hole. Par 4, 364 yards, bunkers on the left side, slight dog leg right. The Pro V1 was a big slice that ended up in the right rough, and it is about a yard shorter than the Chrome Soft, which was dead straight, straight down the middle, probably even rolled a little bit across the cart path to get to where it is. With 71 yards left to the pin, I'm just hitting a little knockdown gap wedge. Both shots ended up about 12 feet away from the hole. The Chrome Soft on the right side of the flag, Pro V1 on the left side of the flag. Short par 4, 315 yards. I'm going to go with like a 3/4 driver and try not to hit this guy on the mower.
So here's the Chrome Soft, dead center of the fairway, and the Pro V1 is about 20, maybe 15 yards further, but it's a little bit offline over here on the side of this hill.
74 yards left to the pin. I'm just going to hit a 52-degree wedge.
Once again, Chrome Soft, short. On the angle of attack, I would say that this shot, if it would have been on line, probably would have been 5 yards shorter than the Pro V.
Now we have a 90-degree dogleg right, par 4, 345 yards. I'm going to go with another 3/4 driver. Both balls are in the middle of the fairway, and the Pro V1 is 11 yards further than the Chrome Soft. I've got 142 to the pin, and I'm hitting an 8-iron. I ended up with a poor strike with the Pro V1, which ended up on the right side of the green, and the Chrome Soft was a really good strike and was pretty close to the hole. We have come to the last scramble hole, a straight 409-yard par 4, hitting driver. Chrome Soft ended up outdriving the Pro V1 by 1 yard, and there's 115 yards left, and I'm hitting a pitching wedge. This is a perfect comparison. As you can see, both balls were on the same line, and the Pro V1 carried about 11 feet further than the Chrome Soft. I ended up two putting both of those balls, by the way. So let's take a look at some of the conclusions. The Pro V1 was longer on average. The Pro V1 seemed to chip better. The Chrome Soft was straighter, and the Chrome Soft seemed to putt a little better. Now, maybe the chipping was due to me being more used to the Pro V1 than the Chrome Soft. Um, but I feel like I like getting more roll out of my chips than I do trying to carry it closer to the hole like the Chrome Soft. So let's take a look at some of the actual data. So there were actually three holes where the Chrome Soft outdrove the Pro V1, but they were all by 1 yard, and there was a hole where they both went the same distance. But there were several holes where the Pro V1 outdrove the Chrome Soft by double-digit yards. So all in all, if you average all 9 of these together, the Pro V1 was 4.1% longer than the Chrome Soft. So what that 4.1% difference means is that on a 250-yard drive, you are going to average 10 yards shorter off the tee. And on a 150-yard 7 iron or 8 iron, you're going to be 6 yards shorter. And even on a 100-yard wedge shot, you're going to be 4 yards shorter. After playing these balls against each other, I have definitely decided to stick with the Pro V1. I just can't sacrifice the distance, and the putting is not that much different for me. Not a big enough difference to stick with the Chrome Soft. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave me a comment down below. Let me know if you've played the Chrome Soft and the Pro V1 and what your results were, if they were similar to mine or completely different. Um, Guys, I really hope that you consider subscribing, and thanks again for watching the video.
Hey, somebody's way over here.
Where?
On the side of this bunker hill.
Thank you.
I think it was the first one, maybe.